Superintendent School District Board of Trustees. Let the record show that there is a quorum of board members present, with Ms. Lisa Marks absent this evening. Furthermore, let the record show that this meeting has been duly posted in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act, Texas Government Code, Chapter 551. We always do that. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all. We're not going to recess, correct?
If that's okay with y'all, just go ahead and do this here.
Yeah.
No one signed up for public comments, so that brings us to item 4, which is recommendation for our new elementary campus principal. Board members, Friday of last week, we had a 15-member committee interview 5 different candidates. Great job, great candidates. I've never seen a committee be so committed to one candidate after this process. It was unanimous. And so I reached out to a few people that Mr. Davis has worked with. And I also did who can I find that knows Mr. Davis that's not on his reference sheet. So that was Miss Sarah Clunch, our middle school principal. I knew him from working in Frisco as well. And she did some digging for us and had nothing but great things to find out about Mr. Davis, and that didn't shock me. We felt really good about him in his interviews. He comes to us with 6 years of assistant principal experience at the elementary level, 2 of those in Jacksboro. So I spoke to Mr. Aaron Hanna, who he worked for there. He let me know that he had handpicked Eric to be his assistant principal. Things that jumped out were relationships he was able to develop with staff and parents. He said he was very reliable. If he said reliable once, he said it 5 or 6 times. And he said Mr. Davis was always at work. He was always there. And the quote, the one thing I quoted completely was, I knew I could rely on him. So I then picked up the phone, called Miss Jamie Peden, who he currently works for in Frisco. And guys, I kind of asked her one question, because I know, having been a principal, you pour blood, sweat, and tears into your campus. And so I asked her, Miss Peden, do you have poured blood, sweat, and tears into your campus? If you were going to leave your campus, would you feel good about turning the reins over to Mr. Davis? And she said, actually, that's been my plan all along, but I'm still here. So things checked out. I'm excited to bring this candidate to you. I know he's going to do a great job for us, so I recommend that we hire Mr. Eric Davis as our elementary principal.
Okay. Do we have a motion to approve the superintendent's recommendation regarding employment and contract status for Eric Davis as the new elementary campus principal for the 2024-2025 and 2025-2026 school year?
I'll make a motion. Well, I have yours. No. I'll make a motion. That Irish Davis.
Sorry.
Thank you. Any further discussion?
I asked one thing.
Yes.
Mr. Martin, could you, for the benefit of the other board members, just speak a little bit about the makeup, you don't have to name names, but the makeup of the committee?
Sure.
Sure. Kind of, because I was there, Ms. Hales and I were participants, but we weren't going to be voting members of that committee, but we were there to just to add support, provide support. And unfortunately, I had to miss Mr. Davis's turn. So, but if you could get some
No, I don't mind at all. So of the 15 people, that included myself and Ms. Hales and Mr. Marder, 3 people that did not vote, so that would have been a 12-0 vote in favor of Mr. Davis. We had a special ed representative. We had a first grade representative. Second grade was on a field trip, so we didn't have second grade. We had a third grade representative, fourth grade representative. We brought someone from 5th grade, since they'll be going to the new campus. So we had a fifth grade representative. We had Ms. Heather Hill and Morgan Lorenzini. And we had our librarian, our district librarian. I feel like I'm missing one person. Who's not counting. Yes, our elementary reading interventionist was Parker. So, and so those 12, or of the 15 minus us 3, those 12 were super excited about Mr. Davis and the job he did. I think I could name those people if you want me to.
No.
We had a representative from every grade level, kindergarten, and kindergarten as well. Pre-K and second were the only grade levels, if you will, that were missing. Second grade was on a field trip, and pre-K we only had 2 options there, and either one of them could do it that day.
Good.
So, as big a cross-section as we could get from the elementary, and not have.
Ms. Rocky.
Thank you, yes, and Ms. Bracken, the assistant principal.
Yes. So as, I don't think he was more than halfway down the hall, the door shut, and I won't call out the teacher, but she said, "That's my guy." And she just kind of took the room and started calling people. She was very, very excited.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, it was Sherry.
Yeah, I just thought it was important to understand
Yes.
that the committee were the folks who would be working with Mr. Davis, and I came back and I was not surprised because I'd met Mr. Davis several times before and was very impressed by him, but I was surprised that it was completely unanimous, #1 across the board. So felt very good that the process worked.
And I can tell you, I'll tell you too, I've used this process for a number of years now, and this is the first time after interviews that it's ever been unanimous.
Yeah.
There's always been hours worth of discussion. That was not in this case.
Thank you.
Any further discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. And seeing that there is no further business to be attended, I say the meeting stands adjourned at 6:10.
Well,
Congratulations, man.
Congratulations, sir. Good to go.
Yeah, congratulations. Welcome aboard.
Congratulations.
All right.